All right, kids. I have wired up both these strats. So this one here, actually, is exactly the same pickups, pots, and wiring as that. Okay? They're both just Squire Affinity Strat, standard pickups, wiring and pots, and switch. So there's nothing special in either one of these. However, this one with the green mint pick guard has that dummy coil that I put in the other day that I did a demonstration of. Now, I'm a bit curious because, honestly, now I'm a bit baffled myself because I have to admit, I don't fully, completely understand this. All I've done, like I said in the video the other day, is tried to work this out and piece this together myself. And for the 5 or 6 that I've done, this seems to have cured the hum. Now I have a fella who tells me I'm totally wrong, and I'm happy to be proven wrong, but I'd like somebody to explain this, because there's a couple of things I'm unsure of. First of all, at what resistance level is there a breaking point for resistance level and canceling out the hum? So for example, if I have like a pickup that's 7K, and it works to cancel out the hum, would it work if the pickup was only reading 1K or a half K of resistance? I don't know. Is there a breaking point at which it stops working? Anyway, all I really wanted to do here is real quickly show you that this is the result of this. Okay? So here's my little Vox. All right? So this is your standard strap. We'll fire it up. Okay, so hopefully that's coming out on camera. Okay, so you see your little hum there? Okay, now I go over to this guitar with my dummy coil. Fire up the amp. And it's totally silent. Completely removed the hum. Like it's completely gone. And if you think this guitar sounds like it's subdued, or if it's gonna have a lot of its high, or you think its high end is gonna be lost doing this, it doesn't. That's the other thing I wanted to show you. Yeah. Some people also seem to think that this is going to change the tone of your guitar. I can tell you right now, it doesn't. So it's bright and sparky. It hasn't, to my ear, those pickups sound exactly the same as they did before I put that dummy coil in there. The only difference is now I don't hear that annoying hum. So I don't know, is it really a dummy coil? Is it really, because that's the schematic that I found online, is that that's how you wire it up. And I came to my own conclusion thinking, well, if there's no magnet in there, there's no magnets in there, the polarity cannot make a lick of difference. To me, that seems like what you're saying. The person, forgive me to the fellow who's saying this, because I'm not having to go at you, okay? I find this curious and I want to know how this actually really works. But it sounds to me like what this fella is saying basically amounts to the fact that if I plug this cable in the opposite direction, that it's going to make a difference. And I'm saying it doesn't matter which end of this lead I plug in, I'm still going to get a signal, right? Like, is the signal going to change? What it sounds like he's saying to me, because I'm saying it shouldn't matter which way I wire in that pickup. It shouldn't matter whether the positive or negative lead goes to the switch or the volume pot. Because it seems to me that after I've taken the magnets out, it's no different than just a lead cable. It's just all happens to be wrapped into a coil is all. So why should it matter which end goes where? Right? You know what I mean? Like, why should it matter if I plug this end of the cable into the... Like, this is the logic that I'm following, right? So if my logic is flawed, that's fine. But this is the principle I'm using. It just, to me, seems like there's nothing else that's making whether I have this end of it plugged in to the amp and that end of it plugged into the guitar, or this end of it plugged into the amp and that end of it plugged into the guitar. Like, why would that make a difference? So I guess I'm clearly missing something, but that shit works. To me it works. To me, I cannot hear the hum. So maybe it's wired incorrectly, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I've always said I'm no expert. But those are the schematics I found on Google, and it seems to work for me. So the fella who brought this up, I appreciate you bringing this up, and he said that I might be hearing, I don't know, something else, that I might be hearing a tonal difference, and that I might as well have just rolled off my tone. And I would say that that's incorrect. There's no loss of tone in this guitar at all. It's the same bright, they're exactly the same bright pickups. If there was any tonal difference, it's not something I can tell. Maybe there is if you put it on a spectrometer or something like that. Maybe you could tell that there was difference, but from one guitar to the next, for me, the difference is like you plug that one in and it's like, wah! You plug that one in, it's totally silent. So I don't know. Whether or not I've got it wired up, it seems to be doing what I want it to do. So maybe I got lucky. Who knows? Maybe I just stumbled into the right recipe by accident. But if anybody really truly knows about this stuff, if you want to chime in there in the comments, please, I beg you to come on and set us all straight. Thanks.